Check, check, check. Okay, the microphone is working. I'm Mike Harrington. I have a emergency broadcast I have to do because I saw something very concerning at Whole Foods. I went there just to get some late night food on a drive home, which is kind of underrated. If you need food and it's late, you're in a hurry, you don't have time to like go to a restaurant or a sub shop, you're like, "Oh man, I have to go to McDonald's." Which you never have to go to McDonald's. But that's what a lot of people will tell themselves. They'll be like, "Damn it. It's the only option is to go to McDonald's." But McDonald's is delicious and terrible. And that's basically what America is like. It's delicious and terrible. But you can go to a grocery store and just get an entire already cooked chicken and like some, you know, pasta in like a small plastic thing. And that's pretty good and healthy. So I went to Whole Foods to get that. I also got some pizza. But first, why is everyone in Whole Foods wearing athletic clothing? It's like, are you going to the gym? Did you run here? Are you going to run home with all your grocery bags? It's either that or they'll be dressed kind of like a hippie type hipster. You look at them and it's like, you probably shouldn't be shopping at Whole Foods. You should be at a not overpriced grocery store. Maybe a dumpster. Maybe the dumpster, maybe one of the locked dumpsters. That is kind of crazy. They lock up dumpster food when they throw it away. That would still probably be fine. That like people used to survive off. They're like, no, we're throwing this away and no one can have it. I got I got pizza. I went to the self checkout and I saw this thing. It said pay with your palm. Like if you had a microchip in your hand, you can just wave it over it and pay like that. And it's like, no one has that. Why did you take the time to like etch this into the plastic and put this device here? No one's using it. I feel like they just put that there to kind of introduce the idea to people so they start to think it's normal and they're like, oh, I've seen that around all the time. Like, I guess people have it. I guess, yeah, I should probably get it. I just don't know why they would do that. Why do they want us to have microchips? Because everybody knows when people say like when they're like, oh, that's what they want, that's this, like, who is the they? It's Whole Foods. Whole Foods is the Illuminati. Maybe. Maybe not. But I would never get that. This is a picture of it. You have to be able to do like other cool stuff with it, at least. Like, open your car door. That's what it's going to be soon. We all have wearables now. We have our phones, we have the smartwatches, but soon it will be like the inside you ables chips. That's probably what they'll call it, the inside you chips. But I bet you could like program it to unlock your car or like measure your biometric data. You know? But I'm not doing it. I might do it, I guess. If everyone else is doing it, then I guess I'll probably do it. I did also steal a slice of pizza at Whole Foods, which I don't think you should steal at self checkout unless you just don't have a lot of money. Then I guess it's kind of worth the risk. So they're never paying attention. This one just had a police officer, because it was in Boston. They had a police officer standing near it on his phone, not doing anything, just to remind you that the law exists, to hopefully dissuade you from stealing, I guess. But I got a slice of pizza and I put it in one of the cardboard box things that it comes with. But it was the end of the day and they were going to throw it out and it had been sitting out for a while. So I put two in there and I hit one. But I don't think that was stealing. That was a reasonable and acceptable discount that I can give myself when I'm at self checkout. So I did that. Well, yeah, I thought that was weird. Microchips in your hands. I guess it's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna get one as soon as someone asks me if I want to go and get it. I'll be like, yeah, I will definitely do that. I was thinking about ritual sacrifices the other day, as one tends to do, just when I was driving or daydreaming. I don't know. Like the Aztecs would have 100 people line up in front of the pyramid, and they'd walk up the steps. They'd lay down on, this altar, and then someone would cut their head off and roll it down the pyramid. And by the last person, they'd roll it down probably into a pile of other heads. And they would do this to please the gods. And we can look back on that now and say, "Oh, that's crazy. That's barbaric." But, was it? Like, when was the last time anyone tried that? They would do it to please the gods. And it's like, I'm just saying, like, maybe it works. I mean, how would we know? We would have to do some kind of controlled study where, the weather for one year is like pretty decent. It rained a little bit, had a good harvest. And then the next year we cut off 100 people's heads and we see maybe, there's more harvest. Things are just better. There's not even a way to measure that anymore because we can just bioengineer and like chemically grow all the food. So we can't even tell when God's mad at us because it doesn't, we can still grow corn inside now. But yeah, I mean, that probably would please God. I mean, he's seen it all, he knows everything. So, I mean, that's one way to get his attention or be like, man, these guys are cutting off 100 people's heads and rolling them down a pyramid into a giant pile of heads for me. That is so thoughtful and so nice. No one's ever done that. I'm going to like make it rain for the Aztecs. You ever like think about what you think about? And you're like, why do I think about stuff like that? Anyway, I'm Mike Harrington. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a great day.